control, but it would be nowhere near the control like
They
Team
wouldn't do
TF2.
that after Dota 2 happened. They will never give us open source.
Uh,
I'm not kidding. I come from a
that's not a
Dota 2
bad.
community.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong. That's a good counter argument.
Oh, I just thought of a game mode. What about a tower defense game mode with Torbjorn?
I'd play it.
They would have to throw in some pretty weird mechanics, though.
Sounds hard to make for the game itself, you know?
It would be
Yeah.
big, yeah, but it'd be cool.
Look, the biggest reason that they don't want those type of game modes is because they want to focus on the heroes. But like, if we were ever allowed to like play around with the controls and stuff, we could make wacky game modes like that. I'm just trying to think back to what I said about Sombra's role.
Is anyone there?
Yeah,
I'm here.
is what she could actually do in the game. Like, what is a niche that we need still?
I am on the fence about invisibility.
If it's a balanced invisibility, like nothing like the spy, obviously. I want to believe Blizzard will do it right, and they'll fix it if they do it wrong.
I like the idea of her being able to hack bastions or like other, I guess, bastions or other robotic characters.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it sounds like a cool idea, but it seems like it's like such a hard counter. Like most of the counters in the game are very soft.
Not only
I would
that,
for
say
a very short amount of time. Like
a good old idea would be more of an EMP type thing.
I think that would make more sense because if she's so specific on countering one or two characters, it's kind of pointless to play her.
Exactly. Like, why give somebody the power to be that hard of a counter, and then also be that unviable if those characters are not being played?
what would her damage dealing weapon be? I haven't heard that talked about much.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I can't even imagine what they could give a person like that.
Probably something soft. Like a lot of the archetypes for hackers, they don't carry around these big guns. They're usually like, if they have a gun, it's a pistol. Nothing fancy or anything like that.
They can give her a knife and she can throw it.
They
Yeah.
can't give her
Maybe.
a knife.
Give her
That's
the neckbeard
spy.
weapon, a switchblade.
Butterfly knife. She's
Yeah.
just another spy.
Spy 2.0, here we come.
I don't know.
Please, no.
What if she had like an access terminal built in? That's her bullshit.
She
She
has
do.
mini bots like the K9 unit from Call of Duty.
Oh god, let's not bring Call of Duty.
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah.
no,
Let's
no,
get
I'm saying
crazy with it.
Like it's a mechanic. Like she has many small omnics that she has under her
Well, like,
control.
Nanobots?
Kinda like
Get a lot of micromanagement. I'd be okay with
they're
that.
automatic. Just run around looking for enemy units and
She
damage.
basically throws bees at people.
If you play Call of Duty, like the K9 unit, basically like that, but a bit less damage, I guess. So it's not fucking
We
overpowered.
haven't really seen any skills put in the game that are like out of the user's control. So I don't think it makes sense for them to put it in.
Torbjorn's turret. That's about
Torbjorn's
it.
turret is an auto aim, so unless they're gonna give these dogs something stupid like that, I don't think it's viable.
No,
Make
like
her a
a
disruptor
form
type of archetype would be nice.
Can we talk
Sure.
about?
Well,
how much I
actually,
love
yeah.
Torbjorn?
Actually, that's a fun point to think of. Maybe she doesn't even need a gun. Like, let's think about Reinhardt real quickly. He has a shield built in. What if they give her something like that?
But Reinhardt has a hammer too, though.
He does, but let's just think about not really the offensive capabilities. Think of the
guys, I'm
defensive
back.
capabilities.
What's up, over? Or I don't know how to pronounce your name, but yeah.
Sugoi. You can call me
He's kind
Sugoi.
of
or Dave.
Renner's kind of like a special case. He considers himself a knight, so it makes sense that he has like a primitive weapon like a hammer, and the Crusaders all carry that kind of gear.
Yeah,
Plus, he's
but
big as fuck. The hammer's big as fuck.
what I'm trying to say too is that she's a hacker, and it's really hard to like think of what type of weapon that she could hold. But what if she had some sort of thing that defends? Like she's more oriented around defending.
She puts up a circular shield in front of her in the shape of Skyzall.
Give
Or
her
just-
a weapon that disrupts.
Yeah.
Give her a weapon that disrupts things.
Or just give her like insanely good mobility.
Well, that's Genji.
They needed to nerf Genji so she could be better. That's it.
Well, the working theory is like, well, not theory, but like the idea is basically she'd be a support, and that she would have some form of invisibility that could be either applied
Yeah.
to herself or her team, and buff the team in some way. So she might not even need a weapon really.
That'd be the first person not to have any killing potential, though.
I mean, she'd have killing potential, but not like it wouldn't be her focus.
Oh,
Like
okay,
every other
good. I was
character.
trying to say that she wouldn't have it at all.
Would
I hear what you're saying.
Even
invisibility-
Symmetra, she's basically just a defense.
Yeah,
character,
I don't know
flat
when
out.
they just need to take her out of support. They need to make her just a defense hero.
Would invisibility hide the damage bar too, or the health bar?
I imagine
Probably.
it would
Well, yeah.
like take away all the UI that you'd see for a character.
I
Probably
can't
would
imagine
hide
it
your
being
own
more than a
UIs,
3-second stealth.
I think it'd be like I don't know if anybody here has played Dead by Daylight, but kind of like the Wraith stealth.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah, I
obvious
played
once
that.
you look for it.
Hey guys, I just had a thought. I have no idea if anyone's seen this. Probably has happened. But on the A Moment in Crime website, I clicked view page source, and there's actually 2 lines of
Yeah.
Yep.
Spanish. Someone seen that? Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
It's also
It
been
makes sense
translated.
that someone found it. Yeah, yeah.
Here, though.
Yo, the first
Interesting
thing
stuff.
I'll do on a static page like that is view the source to see if there's any back end to it.
Yeah. I made a Reddit post about Sombra abilities. I was thinking maybe like what if she has something to do with when she's in shadows, it's like a passive and she maybe turns invisible. That could be
Is she-
interesting.
Issue with that I see is that shadows around maps, people disable graphics and stuff, and that'd be a very hard thing to base that on.
And the
Yeah.
shadows are kind of light anyway. Like,
Yeah,
well,
they're pretty good. Or like, I mean, so people can't hide too well, but it's still kind of there.
If anything, it'd
Just
be
a thought.
something more specifically, maybe like near walls you have stealth or something like that, something that people could always know.
I think
Yeah,
it'd
that
be
would
an
make
act
sense.
that way.
and like the closer you get, or the further you get away from a wall, like she kind of fades in and fades.
Yeah,
out.
that could be interesting.
What if she can put sonar mines on the ground, like a mix of Junkrat's trap and Hanzo's the sonar arrow, what it was called.
That would be interesting.
So whenever
Just,
someone trips over it, it gives a glowing wall hack thing.
Make her a trapper.
Just to get
Like-
caught up, did we find anything with the Reaper data mosh that Sombra sent back? Have
It was
they
too
cleaned that
They're
up
close.
yet?
still,
They know.
they're still working on it, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's a few very limited people that are working on it. It's a pretty pain in the ass to work on, from what I can tell.
Yeah, cleaning up artifacting from compression's stupid as hell.
You can check
20
Datamosh
20
channel.
Yeah, 2020 hindsight at this moment.
I feel like melee attacks for some characters should do way more than the other.
I was thinking the exact same thing. It's like I was saying this about Hanzo. Hanzo is apparently a better swordsman than Genji, but he just melees with his bow. Because I know
Is he
he
fifth?
in his
Like,
lore.
punches at his fifth?
Wait,
Yeah.
There's finally people talking.
Yeah.
I know, I've been talking this entire time.
Yay.
You didn't hear us earlier, Gigi, when you asked?
No,
Oh my
I heard
You asked and
nothing.
we said, yeah, we're here.
And then you never said anything. We started talking more.
Yeah, like I haven't heard anything at all.
We kind of just started talking about, like, what, 7 minutes ago? Maybe 10?
I just
That's
popped back in. I saw more people
that's
in
really weird.
here.
It's
This baby
Sombra.
bell cheese. Oh, this baby bell cheese is good though.
Oh yeah.
Yummy.
Well, more on what she could be in game. What role do you guys think is like the strongest right now that we'd need like a niche or something to counter it?
Tanks.
The strongest. I mean, the weakest.
I think
That's a good
defense
Defense, right?
good
Defense, right?
characters.
Yeah.
Everything's just so close. Like, I don't think anything really needs a hard counter yet.
I agree with that. I just think if anything, it's just I think everyone can agree that defense heroes are in the worst spot in the game.
Sure.
Potentially, yeah.
How could she be classified as a defense though, with all the
I think
abilities
she'd be
we're
a
talking
support.
about her
I think they
possibly
want to
having?
fill out the
I
everything up
think
to
support
6.
too.
Well, the issue with the defense heroes is that they're just the gameplay of them is just bad. It's not the heroes aren't bad necessarily. It's just
They're so situational. They're like,
Niche.
you have to really pick when to bring them out.
I think Junkrat is the most versatile one out of all of them.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
He's one that you can pick in just
mean,
about actually every map.
I love playing Torbjorn too.
And I also think a lot of them are meta dependent too. Like when people used to choke more in choke points, the full team push without Lucio's boost, Junkrat was more viable. Now people do the Lucio push, Junkrat's less viable.
I think Junkrat is a bit too good, but just people don't pick him because
His
It
damage is
depends.
unreliable.
It's
Yeah.
Great on
unreliable if you
the
can't.
utility he provides is insane.
If you're playing King of the Hill, though, you should always pick Junkrat.
Yeah, he's great on
And-
King of the Hill.
And another reason why, and like this is just the competitive scene, the reason why people don't use spam heroes as much is because you get free support charges because people can just absorb some of the damage and then you just heal them
Yeah.
up. And support ultimates are like the strongest ultimate in the game.
Lucio would be good on King of the Hill as a counter to Junkrat.
But seriously, one concussive mine and you're basically dead. If a direct hit on concussive mine on a squishy offense or a support will one shot.
Not one shot. It does 120 damage.
Well, if Tracer is
If you
damaged
set up
at
your
all, he's dead.
Trap.
Like a trap into concussive mine, that's a guarantee kill on.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Tracer,
is.
for example.
But like, here's another thing that people have been saying: Tracer doesn't necessarily have a hard counter. Anything that it does kill Tracer is because Tracer was in the wrong spot to begin with.
Or
She's
she's
very
just bad.
movement based.
Well, McCree is a kind of a counter to that character.
That's the
because-
same.
But okay, the problem is if you're a good tracer, and you're like, hey, look, I'm fighting McCree, you're gonna be careful. You're gonna wait till you know that flash.
But then pretty much all.
Like you gotta work off of that. You can avoid the flashbang. Once the flashbang's out, you
sure.
can fuck with them.
I'm saying on paper.
Well,
McCree is
That
the
doesn't
counter.
work. That doesn't. Like,
It doesn't because mobility is just such a strong factor that Tracer has. Not
Okay,
just
so-
mobility that she has a heal.
Tracer's only counter is Torbjorn's turret, okay?
Yeah.
What?
I hate that.
Dash up there, kill it a little bit, recall, and kill it the rest of the way.
Yeah,
As
but then
long
you
as
have recall on
Torbjorn's up there.
cooldown, and people know where you are.
Wait,
Yeah.
the dash doesn't reset the targeting of Torbjorn's turret, though.
No, it does not.
If you go
Well,
around the
you
corner,
go
maybe
behind
recall
something.
or something, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, generally Torbjorn's turret is near walls.
Sure. Okay. In that sense, yeah.
Like, there's a reason a lot of people put Torbjorn and Bastion in the bottom 7 characters for this game. It's just they're not reliable enough.